Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Serious Gentlemen Podcast, episode 16. I'm one of your hosts, not so busy. You got Tombstone to my right, underneath him, yeah, baby, Vicious Dave, and to his left, a Flap and Smack. Good morning, gentlemen. Say what's up.
What's up?
Ew.
What up?
So, real quick, just let the audience always know, our tradition. What is everyone drinking? Let's start off with Dave.
Easy for me. I have nothing. Yeah.
Again with
How?
the dehydration, man. Again.
I got an empty cup.
What about my man Flap? What you got, bro? Yo, boy,
Angry
not
Orchard.
sponsored.
Oh, God.
Hopefully open for business. Let us know. Angry Orchard.
I am drinking some form of gamer grind. I don't know what
Nice.
it is because my son made it this morning because it's his birthday and he wants more gifts. So
Oh, happy birthday, son.
he took
Oh.
like 15 minutes to go out and
Happy birthday.
don't give him
Oh.
that.
Yeah, please don't.
We're not singing?
And
Okay.
He's
And
a,
I-
he's
and
a
I'm-
teenager today, so
I'm drinking some Rage Mode by Gamer Grind, exclamation mark Gamer Grind in the chat, and exclamation merch in the chat will get you to the store to get you one of these fancy little Team Serious cups sponsored. So let's go ahead and get
Diaz.
so let's go ahead and get the
Diaz.
sponsor for this podcast today. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We got Serious Property Solutions, proud sponsor of Team Serious. Serious Property Solutions, or SPS, will buy any house, any condition, any situation. Check them out at seriouspropertysolutions.com, especially throughout now with COVID and impacting maybe not being able to afford what you're living in right now, your home, and you want to change that situation. They are located in Plano, Texas. All their contact info will be displayed on their website. I'll go ahead and copy the link into the chat, but that's who is sponsoring a couple podcasts moving forward. SeriousPropertySolutions.com, your one-stop shop to check to get your situation under control, or just get rid of your house, or if you're looking into getting a new house, let them know. Check them out. Aside from that, the announcements for today, we started off on Friday. We kicked off the Minecraft contest. TeamSeriesDFW.com/Minecraft to go ahead and check that out. Be a part of the contest is already running, starting Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Will be running for this week. It's on your own time, on your own schedule. You're able to get in there, build whenever you have time. For the contest, the theme will be castle. You can head up the website. TeamSeriesDFW.com/Minecraft to find out all the information you need to know about the server, the version, and everything we're running. But that's going underway. We got a bunch of the Team Serious kids already building, already logging into the server. They're a part of this great contest. And there is a age limitation, but if you're a parent and you're willing to authorize your child, there is a form you can fill out to kind of let us know that, yeah, I'm letting my child, I'm aware and things of that. The waivers for it will let your child come in, especially if you're part of the organization, Team Serious or United Vindication, because the first people we're going to go reach out to would be our friends over at United Vindication to come be a part of the tournaments. More than likely sponsor a couple of their guys to come over and jump over and be a part of Team Serious. Aside from that, continue on joining the Discord, Discord, to put you in the Discord to see the latest and greatest updates, what's going on. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also here on Twitch. We're also on YouTube, and we're all over the place. So don't forget, anything and everything that's ever said in the podcast will be located at TeamSeriesDFW.com/podcasts. You can check us out. We just newly got added to Amazon Music. So we're all over the place, like I keep telling y'all, but we just got added to Amazon Music. So if you love Spotify, we're on Spotify. If you like Apple Podcasts, we're on Apple Podcasts. If you like Google Podcasts, we're on Google Podcasts. We're on Pandora, and we're on every freaking thing you can think of when it comes to a podcast feed. We're located everywhere. So whatever your favorite podcasting application and or browser to go view, we're more than likely available there. Aside from that, I'm going to hand it over to Tombstone for our first topic, and that'll be it for the announcements.
First off, I want to go ahead and shout out to everybody who's in here already. We've already got like 3 new followers. OG, thanks for stopping by. Twisted as always. Happy Nerd Gamer with the follow. You guys are awesome. you guys make this podcast, what it is, both on Sunday mornings with us gentlemen and also Wednesday night with the ladies too. So lots of good stuff going on there. I'm really excited about the Minecraft thing. My daughter woke up on Friday and she really wanted to do it, but school came first. So she's going to jump in there later today. Landon is he's off on his own doing his birthday thing. So I don't know that he's going to do it yet today, but we'll see. Otherwise, you guys, as always, we've kind of taken this would you rather feel to both the ladies and the gentlemen's podcast. And normally our conversations spin off of that. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce a couple of these, and then I really want to talk about those NVIDIA cards because I know that's the new hot topic for the week. And then I'm going to talk about pre-orders because both NVIDIA and Sony sucked at it this week. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. But first one, guys, I would like to know, because I know mine, because I'm the opposite, I'm the exception here. Would you rather have good looks and be stupid, or be ugly but smart?
Listen, I'm already ugly. All right, I'll take the smartness. All right, I'm good with that.
I still have the intelligence too, I guess.
I got that ugly and stupid.
That was me. I'm the ugly and stupid. Come on.
I'll say the other one. Handsome and what was it?
Handsome and stupid.
Yeah.
You're already there. Oh,
wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, at least I'm handsome. Thanks,
Here's
man.
my thought on this is that IG models, and I'm not calling anybody out by name, I'm just saying it. IG models get away with being beautiful and stupid all the time. So why can't I do it? And actually, the ladies had the OnlyFans conversation on Wednesday. I could be beautiful and stupid, and I could have an OnlyFans, and I'd live happily ever after. Same. My wife wouldn't like it. My wife would hate me for it, but then I wouldn't have.
BRB signing up on OnlyFans
as we speak.
Okay, we went all of 3 minutes, and I've already thrown OnlyFans in here twice. All right, so.
Smart.
Anyways, all right. Would you rather have a flying carpet or an underwater car?
Underwater car. Easy for me.
Flap's always on drugs, so he's got the flying carpet.
Flying carpet.
See, I told you.
Why would you have an underwater car? You can only use it in one place.
I was gonna say I'm on the flying carpet. I'm gonna be Aladdin. I'm already the right skin color.
A whole new world. I'm taking the underwater car. I think traveling the oceans would be badass. That'd be phenomenal. I've had to deal with beautiful and stupid my entire. Felix, you are not that beautiful. I mean, wait.
Damn, we got deep this morning, y'all. We need to suck this coffee down or
All right,
something.
guys, we've got 15 minutes before the whole world changes for Dave. So we got to fly through this. See, I told you it's coming out a few more times. All right, you get to be elected a state governor today, or you can be the CEO of Amazon, but you have no more knowledge than what you have right now.
CEO of Amazon.
Yeah, same.
You already are. Shut up.
Oh my god, thank you.
Amazon, FedEx, whatever.
Jeff Bezos, Steam, Origin. Shit, I don't even know why we're here.
I hate y'all.
I'm with you. The only reason why is because fuck politics. I couldn't imagine waking up my entire day having to lie about everything and not being true. Like, okay, so I shouldn't do this. Fort Worth ISD, I hate you guys. I work for you and I hate you. On Thursday, you said we're absolutely 100% going back to in-school learning on October 5th. We didn't make it to the fucking weekend before you requested a revote. Like, how much do you... We didn't make it 2 damn days and you already changed your mind. Can we not? This is politics. Like, stop.
I was gonna say I saw the articles like the day before about Fort Worth ISD because everybody was placing them about them coming back the beginning of October, and then I swear I waited 15 minutes and it changed. Like it literally changed to outvoting that real quick.
I think it was you who posted the first article to me. You tagged me in it on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, cool, we're going back to school." I didn't know. I wasn't communicated with or anything. Then I read the article, and it said they voted at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Which good on you because they had like an 8-hour meeting, and it went over till 1 in the morning, and they voted on it. And then the very next day, Sage had tagged me in another article, but they had the same like caption and the same picture. So I was like, "I've already seen that," and she goes, "No, it's different." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's fine." And I didn't read it. I went back about 3 hours later and read it, and it was like, oh, we've revoted. And it's one of the people that said no initially called for the revote. Like, how bad is your political life that you went 10 minutes and you already flip-flopped? Like, I just don't.
Why is it even a vote? The top of the manager or whatever CEO of the school should be
Well, we have the head of the school board, right?
Yeah, there you
go. But we have a school board, and it's a board of 9 members, you know, and the initial vote was 5-4. And,
right.
But the outcry of all the teachers and the parents that are pissed off and the kids that are upset, and within 3 hours, the person's already willing to change their mind.
Yeah.
There's no conviction in that vote at all. Now, I don't care whether we go back or whether we don't. What I'm worried about is the conviction of it. Like,
yeah,
if you have that position, you need to have enough conviction in your say, in your voice, that whatever you say, you're going to stick with. And this is why I'm choosing the whole CEO of Amazon over being a politician, because if you don't have the spine for that and you can't take the backlash, get the hell out of that position.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, Natso can make a decision for Team Sirius or with Ramesi and Shook, and it may not be very popular amongst us admins and mods, right? But if we go to him and we say, hey, we don't like this decision, we damn well better come ready to present some information to get him to change his mind. Not just, hey, Natso, you suck, we hate you. Like, but that's exactly what happened to this scoreboard is people said, oh, well, you know, we don't like this idea, we don't like this, and now we're changing? Like, that's politics to me it's gotten out of control. There's no spine, there's no conviction in politics anymore, and it's driving me nuts. If you're not attacking somebody, you have no spine.
Yeah. If you're not taking somebody down while you come up, you know you're not viable.
And that's exactly where it's gotten with, and it's bad. Like, I understand on the national level of politics. Like, I know Flap loves our supreme leader, but so in this grand scheme of things on the national level, like, I get it. You know, there's never going to be a popular decision at the national level. But when you're talking about a school board, when the politics are that thick at a school board level, now you're affecting kids, you're affecting teachers. And I just think it's shit, man. Like, it's
right.
It's not a good look. So anyways, beyond that, I want to kind of hand this over to you guys. This is a good time to transition topics. Let's talk NVIDIA for a little bit. So tell me your thoughts, what you're looking forward to buying. I'll talk about the pre-order shit later, but let's talk about what you're looking forward to, what you're interested in, what you're buying.
So those of you that aren't aware or are aware, I mean, it's been blown up all over social media, so I don't see how you wouldn't. But if PC parts aren't your thing, I mean, I can see that because people are still, you know, kind of sitting back and digesting that PS5, Xbox stuff that's going on as well. But in the PC world, the NVIDIA just went ahead and one-upped themselves, so to speak. So they dropped the next series of RTX video cards. RTX stands for ray tracing, is the shortcut name for ray tracing. The new implementations for DLSS 2.0 are phenomenal. The data science behind it are twice as powerful from the previous generation, and the previous generation being the RTX 2080 Ti. With that being said, the prices have dropped. The adjustments on the card had been set. 3070, 3080 is mainly what we'll be talking about today specifically, not 3090, not 3090 Ti. None of those other things. We're talking about specifically what's been deployed and what happened with that deployment, which is a big hit, but it screwed up a lot of the market and kind of drive costs because of supply and demand. But what people did, what they always technically do with any video card release, if we're honest, same thing happened a couple years ago when the cryptocurrency people bought up all the market. Like, it was crazy. There was like no video cards left. But anyways, so RTX 3080 dropped. They were caught up real quick and then resold on eBay for, I think Flap, you could probably talk about the insane pricing you saw via the post that you were sending us in pictures and things. I'll let you handle that segment. But the 3080 is far superior than the 2080 Ti that cost about $1,200 predecessor. Where the way it's being sold and everything, I think it's a very, very fair price for what it can do. The problem is that I have with it is the market hyped it up too much. It is not 2 times stronger than the 2080 Ti, nowhere near that. If anything, you're anywhere between 10 to 20 FPS gain on average from previous generations. So if you're already getting 400 FPS on freaking Counter-Strike Go, you're getting 420. So that's not the big improvement. The big improvements are at higher resolutions at 4K, where you can finally see that 4K is now, 4K 60, 4K 100, 4K 120 is now like an assured thing. Like that's where we're heading next. High refresh 4K monitors, but being able to run that, because if you kept up, we've been having the ability to run 4K at super high refresh rates. We just didn't have the tech to do it. We were barely hitting 4K on ultra at 60 FPS. And don't come over here with the console stuff that console's been doing for it. No, they tore everything down. It's running at its bare minimum, and they barely hit 4K on a console. I don't want to hear that debate, because everybody that jumps over and says, damn, I played this game on console, why does it look so much better on PC? It's because we're not stripping it down from its performance. So anyways, go ahead, Flap. I'll let you take over what the price gouging was and what you saw when they moved over.
I saw disgusting prices. Like I've got a couple images up here. $75,000 for one. We got a couple here, $2,000, $5,000. What's this one? Oh no, that's I was looking at the wrong thing. Never mind.
The Founders Edition last night, we saw 2 that were for 45 and 50K.
Wow.
Here we go.
And
Here we go. $50,000. Yeah.
Yeah, 50.
25.
I saw last night.
Ooh. No, yeah, there is one for 75 on eBay.
That's fucking insanity.
I did see on Reddit as well. Someone claimed that they had written a bot because they were pissed off that people were buying everything up. So they wrote a bot to increase the prices on eBay so nothing would sell. Not sure how true that is.
For those of you that are aware or aren't aware of things that happen on eBay and other websites, a lot of people for years and years and years have written these bots. The problem is that people are finding out when it's impacting them directly. The way to drive costs on eBay, which, it's not a good practice, and sometimes it's hard to kind of like narrow it down to who did it, why they do it. But a lot of the people will be the same people that put the listing up would have a few bots running to kind of outbid each other, so the cost will drive up. And they have the algorithm that runs them, that somebody comes and whatever the next layer is, like say it's 1,000 and 1,010 is the next bid up. When somebody hits that first layer of 1,010, they have a bot that automatically reply back that ups the ante on that item. And that's been going on for years and years and years. Now they drive back close a second. Now I'm good. And then what you say? Well, what happens if it lands on a bot and the bot's the one that's going to own it? Well, they can actually refuse to sell it, and they'll replace it. They'll take a cut out of it, like they get kind of like a fine or something. You still have to pay eBay for processing it, but that's really small compared to what they're trying to drive. And they create multiple accounts. They don't just do it on one account, right? So they continue these schemes, and it's been running forever. It's just the video card market has always been hit with this. Always.
Here you go. I've got a listing up on eBay if you want to share my screen.
Oops. I tried to do it at the same time, my bad.
Excuse, Microsoft Edge. So you got £1,500, $800.
I can't excuse
Microsoft
Microsoft Edge. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take this down.
You convert it from
They're not too bad. 1,300, 18, 60 grand. What's that in US dollars? Like 300,000.
That's fucking insanity. Did you say 300,000? Do not make me kick you in the ass and give you some freedom.
go buy a house.
See this right here? Freedom. I'm gonna give you some of it.
Yeah. Who just said you could buy a house with that? Absolutely could.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 77,000 US dollars at 60 squids.
12, 17.
That's a lot of fishing, not so. That's a whole lot of fishing, man.
Wow.
Wait till take a clap. We're just gonna
So I sold. All right, hold on.
100 grand sold? The fuck? I definitely can't trust a man who uses Edge. I completely agree with that.
One more. Here we go. I've got sold.
This is
65,
This is
60, 50, 50, 41, 30. Whew.
This is just for people who have so much money they have nothing else.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, these people have so much fucking money, bro. They just legit bought a vehicle worth a card. You know what I mean? Yeah. They went and got the new like fucking Explorer or whatever, a new truck, and they put it on a fucking video card.
And that's insanity to me. Like, that's half my yearly salary in one card. Gone. Like, here's 6 months of me working for one card.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
That's nearly 3 years for me.
I can't imagine spending, and this is kind of where we get to where I say Sony and Nvidia kind of fucked up, because seeing the money that Nvidia could have made, right, or that they should be protecting their people who are pre-ordering these things, and they absolutely don't. They shortchange the market on how many pre-orders they're allowing. I know the rumor was that Best Buy only had 10 of these. Certain stores only had 10 for pre-order. Sony pushing out the PS5 for pre-order, and it was sold out, within a couple of hours. Like, this is, to me as a consumer, it's never a debate of if I'm going to buy the top tier thing, because I'm not willing to fight this. I'm not willing to fight capitalism the way it is. And even though capitalism is what it is, it's kind of a monster in itself. I'm never going to fight that battle for the newest and greatest of whatever it is. I will always resort back to what's good enough to get me through. And so I'm not 4K gaming yet. I'm not on that level yet. But man, these pre-orders were absolutely just shoddy. And I get it. You're wanting to create that demand, but
right.
Boy, oh boy, they killed me.
So what I read about what happened with Sony is they're not able. They set a certain market, right? Like how many they can build, and they're not going to be able to meet that. Is that the whole dilemma that we're having on the pre-orders? Because they said they were going to do like 10 million, devices, but then they weren't able to hit that target, right? Is that exactly what happened?
Yeah. So now they're walking it back. Sony is saying, oh well, we pushed out these, I don't remember what the number was. It was like 500,000 pre-orders is what they had. But now they're saying they may not meet it by the release date. So now these people that are pre-ordered are confirmed pre-orders. They may not even get their system until December. You're missing the date by 3 or 4 weeks. And that is absolutely that's atrocious. In marketing, you can't do that.
So kind of going over what I was talking about, the RTX.
Oh, you skipped over my screen, you bastard.
Oh, you had something?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But you can get a fucking tractor.
Edge, that's why.
You can get a fucking tractor for less than the card.
Who needs a tractor? You fucking hoodlum.
It's a 3080, look.
Good God.
Right, go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and buy it, bro. Add the cart. Buy it now.
Buy it now. Let's see what Jim says.
A slightly used 3080.
You got hail spike and everything, look.
Damn.
Does it even run though?
Yeah, I'm sure.
We need this for the homies ranch. Get it?
Yeah.
Buy now.
What'd you get? A brand new 3080. Oh, let me see it. Hold on.
Are driving a tractor into the room?
Yeah.
Come check out my new 3080, bro.
I overclocked it.
Beautiful.
Sage needs this for her new Sage vegetable farm.
Yeah, for real. We're gonna have to invest something like that.
Don't call that number.
I don't know how to read that fucking number.
All right, so here we go with some what I was talking about. This is a 1080p Ultra Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're looking at the 3080 FE stands for Founders Edition, which is a reference design that's coming out from NVIDIA directly. Now
which
that's
is also
another
the
thing.
best looking one.
I'm not going to say no. That cooler is straight fire. That cooler is the best cooler that NVIDIA Founders Edition, I'm talking about reference, has released. That is literally one of their best coolers ever. So I will not dog that cooler. At first, I didn't like it, but then I saw the actual tech specs on it. Gamers Nexus has a great video on the teardown on everything, so go check that out. Explains the vapor chamber, explains everything on it. So anyways, So the Founders Edition is 103 at 1080p Ultra versus the 2080 Ti Founders Edition, which is 84. Now, why does it say FE? Why doesn't it say anything else? Because this is the reference design. We're not talking about custom PCB. We're not talking about Asus. We're not talking about Gigabyte. We're not talking about open air. We're not talking about versus blower. We're just talking about reference. Out of the box, sold by NVIDIA. Now, for the AMD they're featuring here, AMD does custom PCB. They're not referencing their reference design, which is like a blower style, and it was actually did terrible. So that they really want to reference something better. So that's why they highlight here Asus RX 5700 XT dual, which is dual fan. So you can see the comparison. This is not double. So that's what the rumors are. That's why I always take it. Don't always follow. Take it with a grain of salt. I've seen it throughout the years where they exaggerate what is supposed to happen and all this other, and it doesn't even come anywhere close. So this is what like a 19 FPS change from Founders Edition. Now the biggest drawback here is the 2080 Ti user paid $1,200 versus this $700 card. You see what I'm saying? That's a huge price difference there. And I would say, even if you were to say, well, I missed out on the Founders Edition, I wouldn't even sweat it. I will wait for the custom PCB for Asus to jump in with their Rogue Strix, Gigabyte with their Aorus, and MSI with their video cards to kind of level set everything else. I like open air video cards, 203 fan slotted video cards. So I'll wait for them to come out. I really don't jump on Founders Editions. Nothing wrong with them. I just like Asus Rogue Strix a lot more, and Asus or Gigabyte Aorus. The way they make their video cards look, and it's an open air concept. So let's go to another game. Civilization 6, really good game. 1080p on Ultra, 239 frames, but you will already hit over 200 frames. Like, do you have a high refresh rate monitor for this to even matter? People that sit here and say, well, I get 200 FPS, but then you look at their monitor, they're like, it's a 60 hertz monitor. You're capping yourself at 60. So why does it matter? You can get 400 FPS if you can't even really utilize it. You still have screen tearing because the frames are so fast. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but here again, this is not double. The 3080 FE, 239, the 2080 Ti FE, 206. And yes, these are a 1080 to kind of just showcase, you know, what are the Steam review, the Steam reports show that people, like 70% of people are still running 1080p monitors. I think it's even higher than that. Here's another one where it shows F1 2020 1080p Ultra Vietnam 220, 212. See that? So I wouldn't say that 2080 Ti users are left in the dust at all. I would say they're still right into the correct slot they need to be in. Yeah, they overpaid, but look at the 2080 Supers. They're not too far behind from the 2080 Ti's. Now, the biggest thing that I want people to understand is TDP wattage is way, way over. You're talking about an average 320 watt to 350 watt.
Yeah. On
the 3000 series. On top of, don't forget, they added a new 12-pin connector. Now, granted, it'll more likely come with an adapter. But when you're pushing that much horsepower under here, you're going to be drawing a lot of power. So the recommended power supply, if you're right on the cusp of like running a 500, you're going to need to upgrade. I usually rock a 750 or 800. Like right now, I think I have an 850 in my gaming rig, and I think I have an 800 on my streaming rig. So I'm all set for that because I kind of wanted to not change the power supply. The power supply is the one that lasts the longest out of your whole system. So you can continue using the power supply. So I always usually get them rated, 80 plus gold, and get a beefy power supply, good brand. I usually run Seasonic, and I'm okay with whatever video card I need to slap into it. So here goes Horizon Zero Dawn at 1080p and Ultimate. Again, we're not seeing those projected rumor numbers, so I wouldn't sweat so much on not getting a Founders Edition. If anything, I would wait to see what the custom PCB, Asus, and MSI and things like that have to show up. And we're still showing 1080. I want to see if it'll show
any 4K or
4K, 1440p, 4K. I don't know if it will.
Round and round. There's only 9
Yeah,
images.
there's only 9 images. Yeah.
Twice.
So this is you can find any kind of articles anywhere. I just picked up the PC Gamer one because it was pretty thorough what they did. But I like going to Gamers Nexus if you really want a higher breakdown. I think here's the 1440. If you want a higher breakdown, here we go again. Assassin's Creed at 1440p at Ultra. Now you start really seeing the GPU really take over. You got 90 FPS versus 72. You start seeing a little bit more of a gap. And this is what I was telling you. At the higher resolutions, it will outshine the 2080 Ti, which is what we want, right? We want to finally, like me, I have 1080p, 144 hertz monitors. You got to give me something to upgrade, because if I was going to barely run 4K, I don't want it. I want to be able to hit the high refresh rate monitors at a high resolution. I do want to pick up a high resolution 1440p or 4K monitor. Here you'll see Civilization 6 at 1440p at Ultra hitting well over 200 frames, where the 2080 Ti wasn't even at 200.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here again. So this is really when you start seeing that GPU really freaking take over. And this is where it matters, in my opinion. It really matters. 1080p, there's no reason to upgrade. Whatever, if you already have a 2080 Ti, you're kind of already maxed, bro. You're kind of already at the good spot for anything moving forward. You really need to be implementing the high refresh rate monitors, higher resolution monitors, to really start taking that video card and utilizing that video card. Because if you have a 2070 Super, 2080 Super, you really don't have a need to upgrade it unless you really want to jump over to the high resolution gaming and actually experience 4K 60 and above. That's my opinion on it. What do you think, Flap?
I think you left out the 5700 XT because it's fantastic.
Oh, it is. There's nothing wrong with the 5700 XT. There really isn't.
No. That was it. Is there any laws of diminishing returns for computers like there is aerodynamics with vehicles?
With which ones? Sorry.
Laws of diminishing returns. So add more power doesn't always mean it doesn't scale. So just because you've got like twice the processors doesn't mean it's twice as fast.
That's a little bit of what we talked about. You know, not only what you're talking about, law of diminishing returns, but also if the rest of your setup isn't capable of pushing this, you're bottlenecking the shit out of yourself and you're wasting money. I'm not really sure that I'd like to see why they push the claim that it's twice as powerful.
So the claim back, from what I gathered from watching a lot of different videos and kind of reading through the articles, is it was marketing hype to begin with, but twice as was related to like Quake 2, which didn't make any sense anyways. But where it really mattered, where it really shined, was in DLSS 2.0, where you can utilize some of that data science, the AI that RTX has built in specific scenarios. It was twice as fast in the 2080 Ti. Now that niche that target demographic for those that are going to be using that is super small, right? Because even enthusiasts only make up 1% of the 1%, because everybody else is buying pre-built or top brand pre-built, you know, like Alienware and IBM and NZXT and things like that. So the enthusiast market is really a small market, right? So from that small market, you're even talking about even smaller for the people that are performing and utilizing the AI for work purposes, right? Like workstation use, data science, and things of that sort. It's even smaller. So yes, at that point, it has, you know, jumped up in leaps and bounds versus its predecessor, but not many people are going to be utilizing it for that, right? Everybody else is going to be using it for the gaming aspect, and yes, ray tracing is much better on this next series. If you've skipped the 2000 series for the ray tracing, you're fine. Get on board with this 3, because they added a bunch of additional features like the latency for the monitor. They invoked a new application that NVIDIA just presented with the 3000 series to kind of tighten that group up with the way your monitor refreshes and the response time from your mouse. So they're constantly working to update that so they can kind of bridge the gap of what you see on screen and when you click on the mouse when you shoot in games like Fortnite and any FPS shooter like Modern Warfare and things like that. So they're bridging that gap for that resolution of what you see on screen by the time you react. They're tightening that group in, and this is very interesting technology they're going into. How many times have you seen? I was like, I know I shot that guy. I know I shot him on time. You can probably even go back on a video like, dude, I shot him perfect, but your FPS and the way the peripherals work didn't match up, so therefore you got killed, but you didn't kill your enemy, right? So they're trying to bridge that gap.
I think it's all super interesting technology, and again, it kind of goes back to, you know, when we were talking about marketing, is all these people are throwing out 50 and 60 grand, and there's a good chance they're not even using it correctly. I mean, that's a stupid amount of money for. I mean, not all enthusiasts know what they're talking about. I know some do, but man, I couldn't imagine throwing that much money at something and not using it correctly, or bottlenecking it with the monitors, or it's just, whew, that's a lot of money.
So one of the things I wanted to show because I didn't want to just talk crap about how much power it's taking. Here's a reference chart. You can find this on PCGamer.com. This is how much it's pulling. 368 is peak power.
Oof.
On average, it's pulling 324 watts. I didn't want you just to say, well, he just said it for no reason, because for the longest time, one of the things that the video or any user has made fun of AMD is how much power draw they have. Now they're on top again, drawing just as much power and has just as much heat. Power equals heat half the time, right? So that's why they had to change the reference cooler design, and literally running one of the best coolers you can on a 30, very specific for that reference board. But I want you to see that I'm not just making this up. It is literally pulling between the average from a lot of the videos that I got indications and articles, 320 to 350. But for this specific 4K result, it pulled 368.
That is fucking hungry.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, then you got to worry about heat and everything else from that kind of power draw. So,
yeah.
My old power supply wouldn't even run that by itself.
So good thing you brought that up. On average, because of the way the reference cooler design works, on average, your system overall temperature will run 10 to 20 C higher because of this video card.
Nuts. That's insane.
So if you already suffering, if you already don't have positive pressure in your case, if you already don't have great airflow, meaning from the front, you're pulling fresh air in and exhausting either to the top or the back. If you already don't have that going on for you, your system will start overheating at this point. 10 to 20 C is a lot for one component that you added that is drawing this much power. So that's one thing to keep in recommendation. My thing is I choose airflow over anything. I don't care if it so happens that I can throw some RGB into that airflow, then I'll do it. But my thing is, my case has to be positive pressure the whole time and have the proper airflow so you can see that it's pulling fresh, cool air from the front and exhausting it through the back. Because you should feel at the back or the top of your case, you should feel all the warm air coming out.
I feel attacked personally.
I think Dave does too. We talked for a week about his pressure in his case, so.
We did.
Okay.
Right down here messing with his headset, making sure he's hearing us correctly.
What you really need is you need an intake at the front, right, drawing air in. You also need an intake at the back, where most people exhaust, and then one exhaust at the top.
He added so much negative pressure to that case, poor thing.
Right. So I've been testing some stuff, right, using hardware info, just having a look at temperatures now. I've now changed to an exhaust, and it's hotter. 3 degrees hotter.
You know the similarity between your computer and your brain? They're both full of hot air.
But you also have those fucking 5 1/4 bays that need to be chucked the hell out.
What's the problem? There's no fan there. There's nothing for a fan there, so whatever.
That's what I'm saying. That's the old design. That's the worst design.
Is this
I have the 5
Frankenstein
1/4, 3 1/4 bays.
You're the
So it goes
worst.
in the trash. Thanks, bro.
Is this the Frankenstein PC that you had to cut out?
Yeah.
Because I think
I can't even fit a bloody 5700 in there. I'm not going to be able to get a 38 or a 3090 in there, am I?
Should let it stick out the case.
No, bro. He has 5 1/4-inch bays that are in the way. He literally had to go and cut that down so that 5700 XT would fit in there. That's what I'm saying. He needs to chunk those out and get a new style case where you can hide the drives on the backside and underneath where the shroud for the power supply goes, where you can hide the drives. That'll free up all the front, and then you can have those big video cards come in, and way cooler overall temperature.
I have sent a picture over to Notso so he can display it to the world. You
just upload it to Discord next time. It's easier. Hold on.
Fuck you. You get it where you get it.
What are you drinking now?
Oh, I switched over.
A tab of something.
Thatcher's Hade. Hade?
Hade?
Cider, yeah.
That's Haze, buddy.
Hold on, I'm putting a picture up in a minute. If not, he won't stop crying about it.
I can't deal with Flap anymore.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, God.
It's good.
It hurts me just looking at it.
Look at it. Beautiful.
Look at this. That's what I keep telling you. Get rid of these fucking bags.
If you guys don't see it,
I am actively looking for a new case.
Look at this. Yeah, y'all getting a good look or not?
Jesus,
I'm not sure what you guys are talking about.
What? Dave,
yeah.
right here. You don't see that cut.
over to the right hand side.
Oh, okay, yes.
Graphics card.
Oh my God.
Right. Okay. Here's the thing. I had a pair of pliers and a screwdriver, and I couldn't be asked to go down to my car.
Granted, he has all the tools. That's what he does for a living. He has awesome tool set, and he Frankenstein.
I think he used that hatchet that's on his
Yeah,
desk.
you gotta do what you gotta
do. Fucking Frankenstein
No.
over here. Look at all the dust over there, man.
If anyone can,
Natsu's gonna kill you.
don't judge me.
Look at the. Does
Don't
your
judge me.
desktop still look like that?
Yeah,
I feel like you haven't cleaned up shit.
this is the picture. He just took this picture right now.
God.
Actually, I took that yesterday.
See,
If anyone can send me a link to a non-horrible, hideous-looking case, we can fix this problem.
The fuck do you need?
Google's
I
your
sent you a bunch of them.
They're all
Why do you care
hideous.
about looks when
They're
this
not
is what,
hideous.
This is what you
I sent you
got.
the Corsair one.
Most of them look like fucking Transformers.
Well, let's look for some cases right now.
This is the same thing I have to deal with Ben, my brother, with, because he will not have a black case. It has to be white. And he drives me nuts with that shit. I'm like, this is a better case for less money. And he's like, yeah, but it's black. I want the white one. Fucking kid, man.
My wife has the NZXT white case, the H1 500, the white.
Yeah.
I showed it to your brother. He's like, yeah, I like that.
Fucking kid, man. I swear.
I'm very, very tempted to order a really old grey, like Acorn case or something. Just stick everything in that.
At this point, anything that gets rid of those 5 1/4 bays in the front and 3.5 bays in the front, takes them off, puts them on the rear side panel, right, where you can hide them in and underneath where the power supply is at. That will not only give you a shitload of positive pressure and airflow, but it slides any card moving forward. Any card will fit. I mean, 2080 Ti, the length it is, will fit just fine in the case because you have nothing in the front except for your fans.
Share my screen.
Okay.
No, you're using Edge.
How about this?
God.
Look at it. Beautiful.
Damn, they still charge
Look at
£70 for that. Jesus fuck.
We're looking at it.
Classic.
Nice.
Unreal, man.
I like the retro ones that they tear all off, right? And then they redo the inside of them.
We saw a lot of that at QuakeCon.
Yeah, QuakeCon they had a lot of.
Yeah. They had this one specifically. They had this one where they took the face of it, but they redid everything inside.
Everything in it. So you see where the CD drive's at? They cut that out, right? And they like kind of glued it to it. It doesn't work anymore, but the way it looks stayed there because he removed that. He didn't put a drive into it.
Job
But
anyway.
he did a phenomenal job on all like the latest components inside of it.
Well, I feel like that's exactly what I would do. Totally not jank at all.
Okay.
There's a whole movement on it. You can
You would
find
probably
a
use a
subreddit.
fucking screwdriver to cut it. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even trust you that much.
How's this for positive pressure?
Ew.
Back when we used to exhaust through the power supply, that was a thing for real. We used to exhaust through the power supply.
What do you mean we? I'm not that old.
Oh,
Here we go again. Thanks for the old comment.
I've been building this system so long. It doesn't even matter what he says.
Since
He
before I
showed me
was
some
born.
shit and then I enlightened him on that part. I was like, oh yeah, I remember building that, and then, bro, the base is this. That. He's like, what the fuck? I didn't even notice that. I was like, I know, I built one before.
Young whippersnappers and they're in
Yeah.
overhand shit.
You
He
look that
does-
old flap.
He definitely looks that old. For those of you that can't see this on Amazon Music, he just flipped off the camera.
I'm young and beautiful.
Yeah, you are. Don't let anybody tell you
You
otherwise.
still haven't cut your hair yet, have you?
I had a haircut last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was way worse. Remember when he was doing that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was way worse.
I'm sure it is.
Get faded up again. It's
Yeah.
getting long now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get curls for bangs, so we're not gonna-
So bro date is what I heard. Oh,
Bro
I
date.
said that out loud.
we're going to get manis, patties. We getting the whole thing.
The dude
Damn massage.
threw me in to something that had nothing to do with me. He's like, "Oh, no, so you get a mani, I'll get one with you." I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Hello, Jimmy. Don't worry about it. You stay on Wednesday nights. We got Sunday morning.
All right. So moving on to the next one. Is anybody here gonna get into the next gen console? If you are, can you tell us why? I mean, I don't think the only thing I've ever heard is the same thing, exclusives, and it's really only Sony, right?
Yeah, I mean, Xbox claims they're still going to do some exclusive stuff, but at this point, I've kind of lost faith in Xbox and Microsoft, honestly, that they're actually going to keep it exclusive. It's not a bad thing, in my opinion, but when Microsoft says something, I have less faith that it's true than what Sony says. When Sony says this is an exclusive, the shit actually is like exclusive for a while, for a year or so. But I just feel like Microsoft has got it right. I mean, they're bringing everything to PC. They've got Game Pass. You've got people playing their games everywhere. So I'm personally staying out of the console war. I don't want to spend $600 on another console, but I mean, I can see the appeal now. I finally see it with the price points. I see the appeal. The price points aren't nearly as bad as we thought. That PlayStation coming out at $490 or $399 for the digital, like that's people that are up to times with technology. Like that's a damn good deal. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as we initially thought. So I'm staying out of it, but more power to those who want it.
What about you, Flap?
I'm not sure. This might be the first generation that I skip. Because obviously now I've got this fantastic PC. It doesn't seem worth it to me. Most Xbox games are on PC now. Plus, Xbox and PlayStation don't have Steam, do they?
Of course they don't.
No, so I might sit out. Save the money.
Oh God.
I was told to send you that.
Nice.
Damn.
That was.
Mm-hmm. I am currently looking at the Deep Cool case. OG said, "Fucking hideous."
I won't lie to you. I think this console.
I don't want glass.
I think a lot of why I'm skipping this console release is because of cross-platform games. My best friends either play on PC or we play games that are cross-platform. So, like Warzone came out, and I play a lot of Warzone with people that I can't normally connect with. What sucks is like the games that I really want to play, like Madden, are not cross-platform.
Right.
I wish Madden and EA would get their shit together and start making these games cross-platform. That way, I'm opposite of everybody else. I don't like making fun of people who play on a console. I want to be able to play with them. Like that's my biggest gripe about all of this is let me play games with everybody. Some people, like we've talked about, people that buy consoles, they don't want the headache, right? They just want to sit down, plug and play, and that's cool. It's less capable than a PC, but if you just want to sit down, plug and play, and don't have the headache, cool. But I'm sick of not being able to play games with people. Like I hate the fact that I can't play Madden with Farmer because me and him grew up in the military together. We've been friends for a long time. We're basically brothers, and I can't play our favorite game together unless I go buy an Xbox. So. I don't know, man. I see the appeal. I'm not with it this time.
Yeah, I get that, the whole cross-platform thing. And I'm on par with most of the comments said here. Like Discord, if you're a Discord Nitro user, you just got 3 months for being a Discord Nitro user. I wouldn't say for free because you have to pay for the service. But it has to be a brand new account that hasn't had the service. So I had to create a new not so busy Xbox account or Microsoft account. Because then you take that to the Microsoft store and you redeem the code, and then you launch the Xbox companion app on Windows 10, and then it gives you access to download all the Xbox things like Crusader Kings 3. I just download that. It lets me play like Forza and things like that because I don't want to go spend X amount to have a console just to be able to play a couple games that would not only run beautifully on my PC, but like I have more incapable to be able to run it on my PCs. You know what I mean? So I do like what Xbox is doing now. I know Sony has a matching competitive system with their Sony. I don't know what the exact name is, but it lets you play some of those games the way the Xbox Pass works. I just haven't had a need on it because one thing that I do like about Xbox going over to doing this, you can actually do a family share like you do Steam, right? You can actually family share your pass. So that's another thing that I do like that Xbox is doing right. So I don't know if you could do that at Sony. I don't know enough about that. If anybody wants to chime in and see if Sony lets you do that. But I like that aspect. Microsoft account tied back to your Xbox, and then you can family share it.
Yeah, I mean, I like, this is why I say I have more faith in Microsoft when it comes to building things like that, but I still don't trust their words. They'll say, oh, this is an Xbox exclusive. Crusader Kings 3 could have been a huge Xbox exclusive if they really wanted it to be. They didn't care enough to make it that way. So I just don't. It's kind of a good thing because they're making the right moves. I just don't believe what they're saying. Because they say, oh, we want to do this, and then they realize, and this goes back to our politics discussion, there's no spine in it. Because they come out and they see how much money they're losing. They're like, oh, shit, let's flip the script. And then they go along and they kind of conform. And there's just no – I personally, and I'm telling all my friends this, there is no good reason to buy an Xbox right now unless you are just to the point where you say, I don't want to deal with the headache. Mm-hmm. There is no logical reason to buy an Xbox over a PC because everything you can play on Xbox, you can play on PC. I mean, I use an Xbox controller with my PC, so like – it just doesn't feel like there's a good answer to that. People can say Sony exclusives, okay, cool, I believe you, but Xbox, I just don't see it. I don't see the appeal anymore. Unless you're just that guy who works 10 to 12 hours a day and you want to come home, play for 3 hours before you sleep. Like I don't see it anymore.
Nope, go ahead. It's like $300.
Yeah, true.
So what games are coming out with for the PlayStation 5? I didn't really see the
big one is still God of War. Like
God of War.
Everybody is still pushing this God of War, and I get it. Like, but basically, you're telling me it's worth you paying $500 to $600 for God of War. Like that's what you're telling me is that you are willing to make that investment for one game or two games. You know, and that to me is fucking insanity. Like,
I've never played God of War, but for one game, it wouldn't be for me. Like it wouldn't because even when I decided
a dozen games isn't enough. It's still not enough.
So what one of the reasons I say that is the only reason why I got to Switch is because of all the ones that are locked down to Nintendo, right? Pokemon, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Zelda, Star Fox. So those are the like minimum 6. Like for me, I had to be like at least enough for me to say I'm gonna go get a Nintendo Switch. Switch is all its own thing, right? So that's the only reason why that's the only console I own is a Nintendo Switch. There's 2 of them. But that for me was like, how many games can I get out of this that I actually want to play? And when I jot down the list, it was at minimum 6 and 7 if you throw in Animal Crossing and a couple other ones here and there. They're probably forgetting, like Metroid. That's another one.
Fire Emblems. Fire Emblems.
Yeah. See, you see what I'm saying? Like they have to make sense to me. Now, if you tell me God of War is the main reason why, like that's not enough for me. Like I'm not gonna jump over to Sony. One, I haven't owned a Sony since like freaking the PS1 back in like the 90s, right? So I'm not gonna jump over to Sony just for one time. That's not enough for me.
But these people are saying, and Nintendo truly has exclusives. Like when you want to talk exclusives, Nintendo has exclusives. You're not touching those damn franchises. Like Zelda, you just might as well screw that. You're never playing that on something that's not Nintendo based. So, but in saying that, like even the Switch, I got the Switch because of like party play, Mario Party. You know,
yeah.
We talked about that. Smash Brothers. It's more for that 4 or 5 person couch co-op gameplay. That's why I bought the Switch. But even Sony and Xbox now, they almost all of their games are solo player or single player, unless it's COD or Halo or something like that. But you don't get those great couch co-op games anymore. And with those being gone, and you're playing single player, it just loses its appeal so fast for me. I'm gonna play a single player game. I'll sit here at my PC and play by myself, but that's rare. I don't know. I appreciate people who love it, but it's not for me.
Same. It's not for me. Go ahead, Flat. Tell us what's going on with this one.
It's fucking hideous.
I actually like this case, but it's way too damn expensive. Yeah, it's a lot of management on there though.
You guys were talking about Xbox, and I clicked on that, and I thought, well, it's a box in the shape of an X. It's relevant.
I was wondering what was up with this. Hey, look, it has better airflow in your case right now.
It has better airflow than his freaking house.
Go on the other one I put in the chat.
Oh, the other one. Okay, hold on.
By the way, guys, major shout out. We're definitely not sponsored, but the Logitech 502, it's a badass mouse.
No, Corsair Harpoon.
Love it. Yeah, but you don't need as many buttons as I do.
Wait, this one. The other one. I see it.
Yeah.
League of Legends makes me I need more buttons.
This one?
Yeah. See, this is
and you like good.
I don't have to worry about cable management or
you have the worst taste in human history. You stupid.
How's that bad? Right, we've got your opinion, Dave. What do you think?
Keep scrolling down or whatever. I want to keep on thing.
I already don't like it. Get rid of these.
What is this? Is it
these bays? These are fucking trash.
I'm not talking about just about that. I'm talking about the outside.
The outside is nice.
You want a cardboard box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have to see inside. I don't give a shit about RGB. I don't give a shit about cable management in there. Whatever. I don't have to see it.
Doesn't care about airflow. Doesn't care about cable management.
What he's trying to say, he's not a PC gamer.
Right. He just wants to cut shit. He's an engineer. How about that? He just wants to get something and then cut it up and break it and make it his own.
I'll tell you what. When I'm in my house and I've got my shed up and running and I've bought all my tools, I will make my own case.
Out of cardboard? Cool.
No.
Oh.
Will your new shed have airflow?
Yes. Right. What I'm going to do, I've got a plan for this. I'm going to cut a hole in the back of the shed and I'm going to get 9 12-volt fans and I'm going to put them in a square. I'm going to stick them in the thing and I'm going to power it off a car battery.
Wow.
And I'm going to charge it with the solar panel.
See, the problem is that there's no doubt about it. He would actually do this.
Yeah.
If he wasn't honest, it would be funny. But I could actually trust that
I've got some fans somewhere. I have to text Jen, see if she'll bring me in. I've got some fans in the other room ready for it.
You should actually have a fan in that room because you look like you are sweating bullets.
Can you see that? Yeah.
Open that window behind you. Sorry.
How many fans can you fit on that case?
Do you mean beside me? Because that's clearly a cracking thing.
That's still a window.
What case? The one that we were just looking at.
The one you were just looking at?
That's the
He
window.
built a
And
mic-
it's open.
He built a Minecraft window behind him.
Oh,
With that little hatchet that he puts in the wood, he just picks it up.
He's all like, I picked my teeth with this. Oh,
That one, yeah. See, that's his little Minecraft axe. He can just start hitting the wall and it would change. Why doesn't he have a fan? Because he has no concept of airflow.
No, because I don't want to hear in the back of the podcast.
Why?
That's why
Not
you get
something
a fan controller and minimize the fan speed.
No, I'm being. See, I'm so hot. I can't even think of the word. Consider it to our listeners.
it hurt, didn't it? It hurt saying it, right?
Yeah. I thought you meant it hurt to think. Like
That too.
and think.
Have you ever heard a server fan running? Flap?
No,
Damn,
I'm
he's
not-
got-
Okay. So once you hear
Hair
a server fan running and you think that's loud and you go back to PC fan running loud, you'll be fine. It
and you
won't
walk
bother
into
you
some of
anymore.
those server rooms and you walk in and it sounds like you're in a damn like a jet
Salon.
plane. It's just
Yeah.
fucking insanity.
Yeah.
It's so loud you have to wear earplugs. Damn, man. Turn
It
this thing
doesn't bother me anymore. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's why you chose tinnitus over being colorblind.
What I am. Oh God, yeah.
Jimmy said you need one of these.
It's cheaper, that's for sure.
I mean, it would work, but I still worry he wouldn't know how to use it.
Oh God, is that your PC case?
And here we are again. We have lost all control.
It's a fucking monitor case.
Monitor. Is that at least a 144 hertz monitor?
I fucking rolled my chair onto my headset cable and it pulled it.
Great. He's gonna fall down here any second.
So those of
This
you
is
that-
why I need a wireless
he
headset.
is having a wrestling match in his room right now.
By himself.
Nobody else is in the room. But...
Wires and everything. Oh God.
Oh,
wait.
see, one of those little spray bottles that has the fan on it, that'd be perfect for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just have to
Rub it in this.
This is right here. This is the one you need right here.
Those Sonic Air fans are freaking awesome, by the way.
yeah, those are pretty good.
Little fan spraying some water onto your face.
Well, I thought you spraying it onto the computer, and then you'll start seeing some sparks.
Oh, actually, he needs to spray it on the computer because it's the steam.
Yeah. Oh, guess he needs any computer.
All right, we're moving on to the last topic. What you got for us, too?
All right, so I kind of want to talk with everybody about. We see a lot of kind of hot topic games coming out. A lot of game of the month feels to it. What do you guys? I feel like we've asked this a few times, but what are you guys looking forward to gaming wise over the next month? Because I picked up Among Us finally. We did a Jackbox party night last night, and I'm starting to get the sense that Warzone is on the down, right? We always see this, that it hits a high point and then it tails off at the end and then something else comes up. But what do you guys, what's on the horizon for you? What do you see coming up? Because if Warzone really does die off, that's going to be a lot of gamers getting back into other games. So what do you see on the horizon, Ren?
For me, Serious Sam drops the 24th, which is a Thursday. So Serious Sam 4.
Yeah.
Crusader Kings 3 for sure. Marvel Avengers is another one that I kind of want to look at. I know I saw my man Twisted play it, like the beta or whatever that was.
Yep.
And then I'm probably trying to get into Baldur's Gate 3 because that's supposed to be later this month as well. And then did y'all see that open world Harry Potter game?
Yes.
But I think that's next year though.
Oh.
But That's another one that I want to get into. And then Amazon's New World or whatever that is. I think that's next year as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are mine.
Vlad doesn't.
Nothing looks good.
Same. Besides Serious Sam 4 and the Amazon game for me. Yeah.
See, I'm looking forward to Serious Sam 4, but I'm really looking forward to that Harry Potter game. I think I've never been a big Harry Potter games person, but I do love Harry Potter and I love the Harry Potter universe. I wish the author was a little more open-minded for for social change and
Yeah.
but I can support the product without supporting her per se. I'm looking forward to it, but if I'm right and Warzone does kind of fall off, I feel like everything's going to become super saturated, and I just don't know what's like. I feel like people are going to go back to League of Legends and CS:GO and back to Siege and back to where they were before Warzone took off. But there's got to be something that fills that spot. And Among Us right now is really popular, but I feel like people are really sensitive in that game. And I've watched a lot of streams where people are actually getting like really upset. Yeah. So I wonder if that might be too exotic for people. Maybe we might go. I really like the idea of talking about Crusader Kings. I wonder if there's going to be another RTS or another turn-based strategy game that comes out soon that might get people's attention again.
What's that? What's the one that just came out? Wasteland 3.
Wasteland.
That's a nice little turn-based. If you like that type of game.
Yeah. So I feel like we're kind of at the point where we're kind of biding our time as gamers right now. We're all playing games that we're comfortable with and that we really like. I know you guys played Killing Floor 2 yesterday, which I hate that I was feeling so sick that I couldn't play. But like, it's like we're biding our time until that next big thing hits. Because Warzone is really on. I mean, Warzone for everything that it's not, because it's not optimized. It's absolute dog shit. It runs like crap, but it is a fun game. And it's something that is bringing millions of people together every day. I'm waiting for that next thing. And I've looked a lot around. Oh, Diablo 4, that's a good one. I've looked around and I just don't see that next tier game that's been announced so far that's going to bring people together and that's going to have millions and millions of people following it. I know. What's the other the sorcery game that's Battle Royale? What's that one? I can't remember.
Oh, Spellbreak.
Spellbreak, yeah.
That one's
epic.
Growing some popularity. Fall Guys peaked and Fall Guys is down right now.
Yeah.
Which sucks because like Fall Guys, their biggest complaint with Fall Guys was there's so many cheaters. And then they adopted Epic Games' anti-cheat.
Anti-cheat.
And all the cheaters are gone. Like it feels like there's none of them anymore. And now nobody plays the game, and it's like, fuck, you were a month late. Like, but I'm just interested to see what you guys like. I want to know what the next big thing is, and maybe it's because I'm older and I know my time as a gamer is running out. Not to make it so drastic, but still, I kind of want to know what the next big thing is. I think Diablo 4 could really be massive. I know all of us will be playing it. Team Serious will probably have about 60 people playing Diablo 4.
You're already getting the list together of all the people that are going to be playing it. It's going to be a lot of us. A lot of Team Serious is back in the day, Diablo 2 fanboys. So
that remake for Diablo 2.
That's another one too.
Yeah.
There's no one playing because there aren't any hackers in there anymore. I know, right? Hey, all the serious ladies can play. Serious gentlemen, serious ladies, serious people, serious kids. Like, let's go. Everyone's serious around here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody's welcome.
All right, let's wrap this one up. I'm gonna ask a couple more would you rathers. I'd like to see if anybody in the chat has questions for us because it's been a long time since we've done an actual Q&A. We might set some time. We might set some time aside next week for an actual Q&A. But let's see. You get a real-life get-out-of-jail-free card that you can use once, or a key that opens every door other than jail cells.
Key, baby. Give me the key.
Yeah, the key as well.
And Flap would end up getting thrown in jail with that key, so he's not allowed to have it.
Hello, Flap. Have we lost you?
Clearly, he did not want to answer this question.
He's been having a little bit of a hard internet issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you get an RV for the rest of your life or a sailboat, and you have to live in either one that you choose.
I'm gonna stick with an RV because I've already kind of had a plan to buying a big old bus-looking thing.
RV or a sailboat? So when you say sailboat, there's a yacht?
I'm talking a yacht, yeah.
Okay, I'd rather have a yacht. Yes.
A comfortable yacht. Now, I'm not talking like the 90-foot luxury yacht.
Oh, fuck, and then...
A 45 to 50-foot yacht, kind of like a luxury RV. I mean...
Oh, yeah, well, the luxury RVs are probably cheaper, so, yeah, I guess I'll change my mind to an RV.
See, I love the water, man. Put me out in the water and let me get lost. I wouldn't mind either. I'm not going to say one or the other.
Let's get both. Fuck that.
Yeah,
what is this? Choosing one thing.
An RV that you can drive in the water.
An amphibious RV. We got it.
There you go.
Flab said he would choose the RV as well, which is kind of weird for him. You get to live in a cave forever, or you get to live in a treehouse?
Treehouse, baby.
Yeah, treehouse is fun.
Treehouse in the Amazon? That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, just wake up every morning to sing the top of the trees. Oh, that'd be it. I'm with you guys. Screw the cave. I think the cave would be a wise choice if you're being practical because of weather and because of temperature control. But otherwise, I want that.
I think you can get bears coming into the cave or any sorts of animals. So
yeah, but you could have owls. And could you imagine like being attacked by like an owl,
tiger,
8-foot wingspan, or a jaguar?
Yeah,
jaguar, as our British friend would say.
No, I'd see.
See, I don't know. Practicality wise, I really don't know. But no one is being reasonable this morning. You're right. Treehouse. I think Flap said treehouse too. Hey, an amphibious RV would be the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right. What was the last one that I had? Dang it, I had another one. Oh, you have to be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Can I go with neither?
No.
Fur?
Fur.
I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
From head to toe, yes.
Oh, fudgicles. That's a difficult one.
I guess fur because you could shave.
And
I mean, in your bag, and that'd be nasty, but
fur.
Could you imagine shaving and just leaving fur everywhere? I mean, Flap already does, but
Ooh.
You could always wax. He says he's already covered in both. That's disgusting. Anyways, that's it for my Would You Rathers for the week. I really do think we should take some time for Q&A soon because Q&A is always a good time in getting people. But we need to make sure that we announce it to people, make sure they're here so they can come up with questions for themselves. But I really enjoyed the technology talk. I'm not as in tune with it as everybody else is because I am a history teacher. So my focus is on the past and not necessarily what's going on in the future. But I really wanted to say thanks to Team Serious, Dave, Flap, Natso for being here and giving us this platform again. But with that, I'll turn it over to Natso and we can get closed out.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for being here. As always, much appreciated. Thank you for your time. We're gonna get back into our final thoughts. We're gonna start off with Dave. Where can we find you? What can we do to see you pretty face more often?
I don't know about pretty face, but okay. You can find me at twitter.com/ViciousDave31K. Same thing with Facebook. It is also ViciousDave31K, and same with Instagram. It's also ViciousDave31K. Easy enough, huh?
Flap, are you gonna be able to talk or no?
Or make some funny faces? I mean, he already.
I don't think he'd be able to talk.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Am I cool?
Where can we find you at?
Oh, I don't know. I can hear Dave talking. I'm having it there. Find me on Twitter. Bye.
Huh?
Find me on Twitter. Bye.
Oh.
Tombstone, where can we find you at, my dude?
Guys, I'm all over the place. I am working on Facebook. I'm working on Twitter. I can be found in the Team Serious Facebook group, the United Vindication Facebook group. I can be found in Team Serious's Discord. I can be found in United Vindication's Discord. And I'm also streaming over at Twitch, XX Tombstone XX. We'll be streaming later today at some point, but I'm waiting for Savory Sundays and my son's birthday party to be over. Even though I enjoy both of them and I love them very much, but I need my time. All right, so I will see you guys every Sunday on this podcast, unless I'm dying because I've been sick a lot. And other than that, I will see you guys around.
All right, so good shout out there. Savory Sunday will be taking place. We'll be raiding over to Savory Sunday with Sage Rage on the Sage Rage show. Don't forget to check that out, usually right after our shows. And y'all can go check out and buy her delicious jams and jellies via the Team Serious website. So anything and everything ever said on the podcast will be found at teamseriousdfw.com/podcast. Remember, you can find us all the way through Apple Podcasts, all the way to Pandora and Spotify, wherever you like to listen. Your favorite listening application is, we're more than likely on it. Moving forward, I would like to go ahead and give another shout out to our sponsor for today's podcast, and probably moving for a few. Serious Property Solutions. It's a serious Team Serious proud sponsor. What they do is they buy any house in any condition with any situation. If you're trying to get rid of your house, especially if you're in the DFW, you can head up seriouspropertysolutions.com. They have nice little contact information. I know a lot's going on right now with COVID and people aren't able to afford their mortgages and everything else. If you need a solution, you can find them on their website. They also have a Facebook group called Serious Property Solutions on Facebook. You can go ahead and reach out to them if you are in need of getting rid of your house. Again, in any condition, any scenario, go check out seriouspropertysolutions.com, and Oscar is your main contact, aka Shook, from Team Serious. So go check them out. With that being said, I would like to thank everybody again on the panel. Everybody from here is from Team Serious. Everybody from here is a serious gentleman. I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful work week, and we'll see you on the next episode. Remember, stay serious.
Take care, guys.
The closer you got to me, the faster I try to